Swordfish is a 2001 mystery and thriller movie about a plot to hack $9.5 billion from the US government. It's known for this explosion scene, which is groundbreaking CGI for 2001. Unfortunately, it also has one of the worst programming scenes ever in Hollywood. Pause. So right off the bat, they're trying to make him look cool by smoking. But I'll tell you why this is super unrealistic. If he was a real programmer, that would be a fat blunt and not a cigarette. Also, I promise you, most programmers look more like Seth Rogen than Hugh Jackman.
Please confirm.
Okay, it's actually pretty realistic to beg the computer to work. I've done that before myself too. He's so clearly not typing anything. He's just smashing his fingers onto the keyboard. This is like the same thing as a pianist just smashing the piano and then like Mozart music coming out. His typing is like the programming version of the subtitles on that old Mad TV K-drama skit. Okay, but what if Hugh Jackman's character is actually Hugh Almighty? And he literally types like Bruce Almighty can. And he just types so fast that it turns into a blur that the camera can't keep up with it. This movie portrays hacking and programming as some weird virtual building block game. It's not Fortnite. Viruses are not made by spamming your keyboard and building structures as fast as possible. It would be like if construction workers instead played a flute to grow wood into the shape of a house. Hollywood has forever committed to portraying programs as code shaped into a 3D holographic shape. Even 15 years later in Marvel movies, they still depict it the same exact way. And it's not just visual too, the shapes are literally attacking each other.
Yes. Please.
Okay, that begging is realistic.
No. Fuck you.
Roller coaster of emotions is realistic.
I'm rusty.
Just in case I wasn't clear, that should be a blunt and not a cigarette.
50,000 watts of fucking. 50,000 watts of fucking.
Okay, he took a break and they had a eureka moment. Pretty realistic.
Guys, you. Eternal destruction.
Eternal destruction.
Quick. Thank you. Return. 3, 2, 1. Go.
What is he doing? What? Programming is not a live performance. Most of the time, it just looks like you're solving a math problem on a computer. But here, he looks like he's DJing for a frat house party. And also, what's up with those monitors? This is a proper setup. It's about as ergonomic as these Power Ranger cockpits. One hit, and they're going all over the place. Wow. Oh wow, bro. You attached 3 more blocks to the cube. Wow. If there was a Swordfish 2, there would be a quantum computer depicted with the Rubik's Cube. Programmers do dance when they figure something out, but we're not as sexy as Hugh Jackman moving his booty around. In reality, we look more like this guy. Yeah. Oh god.
Oh wow, he finished inserting all the 16 pieces. It's a cube now, it's a worm, it's a virus, it's a Trojan horse. Wow, the hacks.
Who knew it was so simple? Somebody get Elon Musk a box of Legos so the remaining guys at Twitter can code better.
I just gotta modify the code.
It's actually scientific fact that drinking can actually make you a better programmer. There is a sweet spot somewhere on this graph where alcohol unlocks 420% of your brain. Okay, so in the final act of the movie, they're actually now using the worm to hack a bank account. What? According to this scene, the bank system is a digital landscape that the worm cube attaches to hack. It's like the director played Mega Man Battle Network and really thought that's how computers worked. Yup, there really are little program people walking around and hacking stuff.
How do you want it allocated?
Spread it evenly
On
over the accounts.
transfer. And there you go. Easiest way to get $9.5 billion. In conclusion, there was absolutely nothing realistic about the programming in this movie. Programmer himself looked unrealistic. The computer setup was unrealistic. The actual program itself was unrealistic too. The substances, most importantly, were unrealistic. No cigarettes. 0 out of 10.